Welcome back, everyone. By now, you have a general understanding of waste and have probably began to see and identify many examples of the 8 types of muda. In order to understand each form of waste at a more advanced level, we are going to look in detail at each of the letters in Mr. Tim Wood's name. In this lecture, we will look at the waste of inventory. By the end of this lecture, you will know what the different types of inventory are, the effects of excess inventory, and some of the common solutions for reducing inventory waste. Let's get started here by first reminding ourselves that inventory waste is any unnecessary storage of materials, products, or information. Now, specifically, inventory includes raw materials, work in progress, finished goods, and MRO items that are used for supporting activities and operations. One thing to keep in mind is that the type of inventory item something may be classified as depends upon where it lies in the value stream and what its purpose ultimately may be. A few examples of the different types of inventory waste are excessive raw materials, unsold finished goods, excessive amounts of MRO items, information that is being stored but not used, excessive supplies including office supplies, and emails just sitting in your inbox. It is very important when seeking to reduce inventory that you are very cautious. Remember, the purpose of inventory is to support organizational strategy, operations, financial objectives, and create a balance between efficiency, service, and investment cost objectives. Too much inventory can leave an organization starving with tied up capital, and too little inventory can sometimes frustrate customers and drive them to other opportunities. Given those important purposes of inventory, we must be cautious that one action does not disrupt another. It is important to clarify that inventory can be seen as both an asset and a cost, but more than likely a cost. One of the reasons is that all forms of inventory require an investment with no guarantee of what your return on investment will be. Every piece of inventory which has no clear demand causes you to risk obsolescence, damage, carrying costs, and all with the possibility of never earning any type of return. For those reasons, we must understand how serious excess inventory is. We need to first ensure that we clearly understand every form of inventory. If you remember, in the overview, we defined inventory as the unnecessary storage of materials, products, information, and data. That knowledge combined with our new knowledge that there are raw materials, work in progress, finished goods, and MRO forms of inventory should help you understand that inventory waste is all throughout the value stream. In fact, it has been said that in a supply chain, as much as 60% of the balance sheet can be tied up in inventory. With that amount of a company funds tied up in inventory, I'm sure you can see how wasteful excessive inventory is. But how do we get so much inventory waste in our organizations? Well, inventory waste is a result of safety stock that is built up to protect from delayed orders and shortages, poor scheduling, such as push-type environments, and basing our scheduling on forecast, which, as we all know, are almost always wrong. The bottom line is any type of inventory that requires an investment, and investments always cost something, but don't always guarantee a returned value, and that means waste. So what can we do to minimize and begin to eliminate the waste of inventory? Well, first and foremost, the flow of materials and information must be reviewed. By establishing a healthy flow, you can expect to eliminate many waiting points where inventory piles up. Another added benefit of reducing inventory is that as waiting or queue points begin to disappear, the overall lead time of items and services will naturally go down as well. The next concept that will work in any work environment when it comes to lowering inventory is working based on real customer demand. What we mean specifically is to produce only what the customer is pulling for. And finally, mapping the value stream out and reducing other types of waste will reduce an organization's need to carry and hold excessive inventory amounts. One particular type of waste that you can focus on is overproduction. By producing goods and services in accordance with the customer's needs, inventory will naturally go down. Well, that wraps up our detailed look at the waste of inventory. So, until next time, my friends, keep on improving, and we will keep on giving you solutions that ignite your power.